All right, welcome to your how to change your filters tutorial with Scott from Big Red. So the first thing you got to do is close all of the valves. So there's one right here, you want to turn it sideways so it's off. And then there's one up here, turn that one sideways so it's off. And then there's two blue ones, this one here, turn it off, and this one down here, off. Now that all the water's off, you can press these little red buttons on top, and that will relieve the pressure that's in the canisters. Once you've done that, grab this black wrench that lives on top of the pressure tank, put it around the canister, and turn it to the left. Making sure that you hold the system so it doesn't, there we go, doesn't put too much pressure on the UV light. So spin it out. Take the old filter out. You want to make sure that this black O-ring that's right here, you want to make sure that this stays in that groove. So the canister closest to the UV light is what's called a 5 micron charcoal. So that's the one that goes in on this side. So we take the new filter, open it up. Make sure that our black washers are in correctly. There's one on the bottom too. And then we stick that back in. And stick it back on. Actually, it's easiest if you take the water that's in here and just dump it out. That way the filter doesn't float when you try and put it back in. So put it back in here. Turn it to the right to put it back in. And when you put it back, you just want to hand tighten it. So it's right there's about hand tight. And then take your black wrench and just a tiny turn, just like that. That's it. If you put it on too tight, it'll be too difficult to get off. So now the same with the sediment filter. Use the wrench to break the seal, and then we turn it off. Same thing, we're gonna dump the water out. And you can see that filter is completely clogged up. And sometimes what I do is use the pressure tank to just put a little bit of clean water. Just put a little bit of clean water in there, swish it around, and make sure that this canister is nice and clean before you put the new filter back in. That looks pretty good. So now we take the new pleated filter, and same thing. This one's a 30 micron pleated. Open it up. Same thing. Make sure the washers are on the top and the bottom. Canister is empty. We slide it in, and we screw it back on. Same thing with the wrench. Just put it on and just tiny little turn. Okay, so now both filters have been changed. You want to let the water back into the filter, so that's this red tap over here. You just want to let it in sort of slowly to start. So about 45 degrees, about half open. And then once you do that for about 20-30 seconds, you can open it up more. So that's open all the way. Now you should hear, there shouldn't be any water running once that is open. You want to check your canisters, make sure that they're not leaking. There's no drips below. They're both sealed properly. And then once that's done, you can go and open up the rest of the taps. So you can open the red one up top, the blue one over here, and this blue one here. So now the filters have been changed, everything's open, and water will be working again. Thanks very much.
I've got 7 women